Chapter 40. Author's note. STFU preps get a lift. You suck. I'll inform now on I'll be on vacation in England until like August, so I won't be able to update for a while. Lols. Thanks to everyone who reviewed, except the preps who flammed. Fuck you. I woke up in the nurse's office on a special gothic coffin. Hagrid was in the bed opposite me, in a coma, cause Vampire and Draco had bet him up. Mr. Norris was cleaning the room. Oh my Satan, what happened? I screamed. Suddenly, Voldemort came. He looked less mean than usual. Get the fuck out, you fucking bastard, I yielded. Thou hath not killed Vampire yet, he said angrily. Suddenly, he started to cry tears of blood, all selective. Voldemort, OMFG, what's wrong? I asked. Suddenly, Lucian, Professor Sinister and Sirius came. Bloody Mary and Vampire were with them. Everyone was holding black boxes. Voldemort disappeared. OMFG, Enemy, you're alive, screamed Vampire. I hugged him and Bloody Mary. What the fuck happened? I asked them. Oh my Satan, am I lick dead now? I gasped. Enemy, you were almost shot, said Sirius, but the bullet could not kill you since you were from another time. But thanks anyway, said Lucian, holding out his arm. I gasped. He had 2 arms. OMG, I can't believe Vampire's dad shot you, I gasped. Well, to be honest, Snap was possessed by Snap back then, said James. Yeah, he was a spy, Sirius said sadly. He was really a death dealer. And he was such a fucking poser too, 1-1, said Lucian. He didn't even really know who GC were until I told him. Well anyway, everyone started to give me presents. I was opening a black box with red 666s on it. There were DVDs of Corpse Bride in it. When I gasped, Mr. Norris looked up angrily, because he hated goths. Hey, has anyone fucking seen Draco? I asked, gothically. No, Draco told me he would be watching Hose of Wax, said Professor Troublery. He doesn't know that you're better. Anyway, the Norse said you could get up. Come on, 1. I got up suicidally. Lucian, Sirius, Professor Sinister left. I was wearing a black leather night gun. Under that I had on a sexy black leather bra, trimmed with black lace, and a matching thong that said Gothic Girl on the butt, and sexy fishnets that hooked onto my... What the fuck is this? If you don't get the idea, then massage me, and I'll tell you. I put on a black fishnet top under a black MCR t-shirt, and a black leather mini with black lace and black Congress shoes. I left the hospital's wings with Bloody Mary, Willow and Vampire. OMFG, let's celebrate, gasped Willow. We can go see the Hose of Wax, giggled Vampire. Let's go listen to GC and cut ourselves, 66611, said Hermione. We opened the conmen room door, sexily. And then, I gasped, Draco was there doing it with Snap. He was wearing a black t-shirt with 666 on the front and baggy jeans. You fucking prep, we all yielded angrily. You betrayed us all, shooted Vampire angrily as he took out his black gun. No, you don't understand, screamed Draco sadly as he took his thingy out of Snake's. No shit, you fucking suck, you preppy bastard, 1-on-1, said Willow, trying to attack him. I ran suicidally to my room as I sexily took a stake out. Enemy, no, screamed Draco, but it was too late. I had slipped Maritus with it. Suddenly everything went black again. My God. Chapter 40. Chapter 41. Author's note. To everyone who kept flamming dis git sliff. I bet you probably oddn't know who Gerard Way is, so probably I'll prep some posers. Anyway, someone hacked into me account in November and they put up the last chapter, but there is a new one. I'm sorry for not updating Guy for a while, but I've been really busy. I'm trying to finish the story before the new movie comes out. I'm gone on vacation a month, and I won't be back until about 2 weeks. OMFG Draco is so hot in all the pics for the new movie. I wanted them to put a cameo by Geordway in. Lol, he should play Draco. If you flame, I'll slit a wrist. Blah blah blah. When I woke up, I was in a strange room. I looked around. I was wearing the same outfit I had when Is performed with Black Tear. I looked around confusedly. It was the nurse's office, but it looked different. On the wall was a pic of Marilyn Manson. Just imagine that he is an 80s gothic band too, okay, cause he is more old than Panic at the Disco, or MCR, because I haven't heard from Panic at the Disco for many years and my life is going so well. There was also Gothic Beatles calendar, with a picture of the Beatles wearing eyeliner and black clothes. On it said 1980, so we're getting the message he's back in time yet. OMFG, I'm back in Tim again, there we go. I screamed loudly. Suddenly, Satan, this is actually Voldemort for photo reference, Voldemort was wearing a black leather jacket, black tight jeans and a fishnet pants. He looked so sexar, I almost had an orgy. That's really not how that works. OMFG, Enemy, are you okay? He asked, gothically. Yeah, I'm okay for your information, I snapped sexily. OMG, am I dead? Because I remembered that I jumped in front of the bullet from James's gun. I also remembered Sing Draco doing it with Snap. I guessed that when I had slit my wrists I went back in Tim instead of dying. I know I could go forward in time if I found another time toner or the Tim machine. No, you're not dead, Satan reassured, suicidally as he smoked a cigarette sexily and all the smoke came over his face. You're a vampire, so you can't die from a bullet. Come now, let's go see how Harry's dad is doing. I knew that the real reason I didn't die from the bullet was because I was in the future. WTF. James almost shot Lucius. I said, in Digo Alley. I knew that James had really been possessed, but I didn't want him to know I knew. Yeah, I know, but he had a headache. He was under a lot of stress. Satan reasoned evilly. I guess that's okay, I said, because James hadn't really shot Lucian. Also, I knew that Lucian would have 2 arms instead of 1. I walked seductively outside with Satan. Suddenly, I saw a totally sexy gothic bi guy. He had bleached blonde hair with black streaks of it to his ears, and he was wearing a gothic black Illiner, a black Green Day t-shirt. It showed Billy Joe with blonde hair since it was in the 80s. Black Congress shoes and a black baggy pants. He walked in all sexily like Gerard Way in the Vido for I Don't 3 You Lick. I did it yesterday and you could see a black tear on his face like the WMN in that video. Hey, he said, quietly and gothically. Who the fuck is that? I asked angrily because I did not know him. This is Hedwig, said Voldemort. He used to be in Black Tear, but he had to drop out because he broke his arm. Hey Hedwig, I said seductively, even though I was not trying to be. Lol, hi Enemy, he answered, but then he ran away because he had hair of magical creature. He was humming Welcome to the Black Parade under his breath. I know that is not 80s, but pretend it is, okay? Bye, I said all sexily. That was Hedwig. He used to be my boyfriend, but we broke up, Satan said, sadly, looking at his black nails. OMFG, I can get you back together, I said, fingering something I didn't know was in my pocket. A black, cute is what we aim for, Cydio iPod I could take videos with. Okay, you can forget about your class for now, Hedwig. I'm going to show you something great. I led them to the Great Hall. Come on, you guys. Lucy and James, Sirius Snake roll in the Great Hall. Lucian wouldn't talk with James, because he had tried to shoot him. Like Jeremy Kyle. Go fuck yourself, you fucking douche, he shouted at him. Draco is never going to be friends with Vampire now. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Samuro, Snape agreed. But I knew he was lying, because it had been his fault James had almost shot Lucian. Be quiet, you guys, I said sexily. My plan was working out great. Now I could make Voldemort good without doing it with him. Now Vampire's dad would never die. Okay, Satan and Hedwig, you guys can start making out, I said, and I started to film them with the iPod. Cool, said Sirius, as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. We watched it as Today started to take Odder's clothes off sexily. Samuro, Sirius, Snake and Lucian watched, because they were probably bi. I knew Snape was bi. Everyone's bi. Oh my fucking god, Voldemort, Voldemort, screamed Hedwig as his Glock touched Voldemort. But suddenly everything stopped. as the door opened and in came Dumbledore and Mr. Norris. Chapter 4, The Black Parade. Author's note, OMG, the new book is coming out really soon and I can't wait. I thought she said she hadn't read these books. I think that Snape would be really the same person as Voldemort. Because they are both half-blood, so that explains why he killed Dumbledore and he hated Harry. And then Harry will have to commit suicide, so Voldemort will die, because he will really be a Horcrux. OMG, I hope Draco and Harry get together. If they don't, then JKR is a homophobic. Oh my god. It's getting worse and worse. I sat depressedly in Dumbledore's office with Hedwig, Satan, James, Sirius, Snap and Lucian. Dumbledore was sitting in front of us cruelly. He looked even more young than he did in the future. He had taken the iPod away and was listening to a shitty Avril Lavigne song. What the hell is this anyway? He cackled meanly. I hoped he didn't find that I was from another time. Whatever you do, don't blame Ebony, you jerk, Satan said. Yeah, seriously, she was trying to get Satan and Hedwig back together, Sirius said deviantly. Be quiet, you Satanist, Dumbledore cockled. If you're lucky, I'll probably send you all to Akazaban. That will probably teach you to copulate in the Great Hall. He changed the song on the iPod to an NSYNC song. Suddenly I noticed something strong about the iPod. It was slowly chonging. Dumbledore didn't notice. You fucking poser, I muttered. Bet you've never heard of GC, James said. No, I knew what the iPod was chonging into. Morty McFly's time machine. Shut up, Jones, Draco's dad shouted. Yeah, shut up, Snake said preppily. No, you shut up, Dumbledore, said Tom. I've had enough of you Satanists in my school, shouted Dumbledore furiously. Suddenly I grabbed the iPod from him. Everyone, jump in before it's too late. I jumped into it. But only one odder person jumped in. It was Satan. You dunderhead, screamed Dumbledore wisely as we went. I looked around. I was in the Slytherin conmen room with Satan. I was wearing black plaid miniskirt with hot pink fishnets, a sexy black MCR corset, and black stiletto boots with pink pentagrams on. Dem. My earrings were Blake, Satanist sins, and my raven hair was all around me to my mid-back. Hey cool, where is this? He said in an emo voice. This is the future. Dumbledore's iPod that he tried to take away from me was really a tin machine, I told him. Cool. What's an eye patch? He whimpered. It's something you just use to listen to music. OMFG. Cool. Wait, what's a 4-letter word for dirt? He asked in a sexar voice. I guess sand, I laid confusedly. Yeah, I was just trinning to make sure you were still the same person. He triumphantly giggled. Fuck. Suddenly, some of my friends came in. OMG, you're fucking alive, said Ginny, wearing a black leather jacket, black baggy pants, and a gothic black from first to last t-shirt. I explained to her why I was still alive. Konnichiwa, bitch, said Willow. She was wearing a black corset, showing off her boobs, with lace all around it and red stripes in it. With it, she was wearing a black leather miniskirt, big black boots, white foundation, black eyeliner, red eyeshadow, and black lipstick. Hey, motherfucker, said Diablo with his red hair. He was wearing a black Panic at the Disco t-shirt and black baggy pants. Hey, who's that, Ebony? Bloody Mary questioned as she walked in, wearing a black t-shirt with all red pentagram on it, with lace at the bottom, red letter pants with black lace and black stilettos. Oh, it's Satan, I told her. She nodded, knowing the truth. Suddenly, Satan started to cry. Are you okay, Satan? We asked concernedly. OMFG, you're from the future. What if you don't like me anymore because we're from different times, he asked. No, I still like you, I said sexily to him. Okay, he said reassuredly. I let him listen to Teenagers by MCR on my iPod when I was about to go outside to find some things. I found Diablo. I gave Diablo a signal to keep Satan occupied. Satan fell asleep. I took the iPod. I was about to walk outside. Professor Sinister ran in. She was wearing a gothic black mini dress with depressing black stripes.